Here we are at Cashion headquarters. Everybody's busy behind us, and we are highlighting a rod that is very special from the design aspect all the way through everything that it does. This is actually our #1 selling model at Cashion, and we call it our multi-purpose. Here we've loaded the Icon multi-purpose blank. All right, this is made from our Icon materials, but I want to show you the action. The bend board is really great about being able to see how far this blank loads all the way back up here. So this is the power section of that rod, but you can see we're getting loading all the way throughout. This is what makes it a mod fast action, because it's loading all the way throughout. That's what makes it great for ripping those hooks out, for throwing single hook swim baits, ripping hooks out of grass, rattle traps, any baits coming through the grass or structure or anything like that. But it does have enough power to where if you are doing some light flipping applications, some Texas rig applications. Now, it doesn't have as much power as a flipping stick, okay? A flipping stick is gonna be up here. It's gonna be above this blank in power, and it's gonna run up here, so that's why you like sort of that dedicated flipping application. But for a multi-purpose rod and doing so many different things with it, this is just a blank where you're gonna fall in love with the action. You're gonna fall in love with the action in combination with the power that it has. You're gonna find a ton of different applications that you're gonna use it for, and that's why we designed it, both in the Icon and in the Element series in the multi-purpose. In the Icon series, the IMP 7.4 MHMF, 7'4", mod fast, has a mod fast action. More of that blank loads throughout. We're going to get to that in a little bit, why that's important. Medium heavy power. That model was so popular, and has continued to be so popular, that we also took that same blank design and introduced it in our brand new Element series. Different materials go into it, but overall same design in how it is made, all right, from the action of the blank. This rod holds a special place in my heart because you can take it and do so many different things with it. You know, at Cashion, we like selling rods. We want to sell a lot of different rods, but if I personally had to have just 2 rods, this is going to be one of them. The other one is going to be our 7.6 Carolina rig rod, and we'll talk about it later and why in a different video, what you can do with it. But why the multi-purpose? Because you can do so many different things with it. Love the action of it. That mod fast action really loads well for throwing single hook swim baits. Like here we got the spunk shad. Also we've got over here, we've got the Shockwave. All right, now these are the bigger ones. So this is the 4.5 Shockwave. Notice that the 4.5 spunk shad, or I'm sorry, 4.25 Shockwave, 4.5 spunk shad. Okay, the medium heavy backbone of the mod fast blank, all right, it has power. It has some power to it. So it does throw and cast those larger swim baits a little bit better. Any single hook swim bait, 4 to 5 inch, even up to some 6 inches, you know, whatever head that you like, all the way from 1/8 up to 1/4 or so, or even if you wanted to go bigger, this blank right here handles it well. Cast those single hook swim baits really well, loads up, but I like it for the hook set. You don't lose many fish because of that mod fast action. It has some give to it. You're not ripping hooks out of the fish's mouth. The fish is able to come, turn on it, and then you lay into them, and it's got that nice forgiving action to it. So that's just one of the applications that you can use it for. Love it for any type of bladed baits. All right, coarse to chatter baits, spinner baits, absolutely perfect for that. I like the backbone on it because you can get it through grass, you can rip it, you can pop it, get it through the grass. Bigger ones like a 1/2 ounce, 3/8 ounce, anywhere in that range, it's gonna work great. Again, because it has enough backbone, you can really set the hook and you're not losing many fish. And then that speaks into some of the other applications like single hook, you know, light flipping applications. All right, you can go with the Chunky D. You can punch with it, light punching, light flipping, Texas rig, round docks like that. The 7/4 length really works great in the application. It's not too long, give you a little bit more control. You got the D-bomb there, the staple with it. You can Texas rig Senkos with it, any type of worm, speed crawls, any type of creature bait, any type of, I'll even take like the old monster, right? You set it up, I call it a knuckle dragger, where you have a wobble head and just dragging out deep in summer months. You can feel everything with it. The versatility of this rod is unbelievable. The rattle traps as well too, works great for that because of the mod fast action. You can rip it through grass. It's gonna it just works for so many different applications, swim jigs as well too. So in designing this blank, it was really imperative that we used a design that gives you that versatility. Okay, so this blank actually it doesn't start out as wide at the butt. We use a mandrel that's not as wide, we use a pattern that's not as wide, and it tapers a little bit slower going up to the tip, okay? We're able to get more material in it to give you that power of the backbone, the medium heavy power. It's not overpowering, you're still gonna be able to cast everything here really well, but by going with that slower taper, that's what gives you the action for the versatility, okay? So in the Icon series, we've got that multi-purpose blank design going with the carbon fiber grips to give you the ultimate sensitivity. We've got the blank through reel seat where you can just get that direct blank contact. We're cutting down on the thread so your hand is not sitting on threads, sitting on the blank. Hook keeper's right there in front, so it's just really easy to get on and off really fast. Love that hook keeper, and the placement of it really matters so it doesn't get tangled up in your line. And then we're going micro guides all the way up for casting distance and ultimate in sensitivity. The element, we designed the element based on the same action, okay? It's really important that we're able to master that action. Going with our cork grips that we're going in the element series. Again, we've got the blank through reel seat, got the cut down threads, and the element we went with 7/1. Okay, we got an action, our length at 7/1, matching that action, but like the 7/1 for any type of roll casting, any type of closer in applications, gives a little bit more versatility for that all around type thing, especially fishing around structure and so forth. And we go with our number 5 guides. Got a little bit more clearance there if you're fishing over slop or anything, but still just a great setup for if you're looking to cover the gamut. All right, when you pick up these rods, the first thing you notice, of course, is the weight, but then the action. All right, and you start thinking about, man, what all can I start doing with this? And there are so many more applications that you can do with this too. So these are the Cashion multi-purpose series. Again, we designed them so that you could just take these rods. You probably have a couple of them, multiples of them, so you could have different things tied on, but you are gonna love the action, the power, and the feel.